everything you are, you need to worship. And you need to realize that everything happens for a reason. There is such thing as synchronicity. And there's an ancient power of the earth awakening. And that is why everybody is shifting consciousness. Everybody is going to start saying this more and more, that the entire human race is shifting consciousness. More and more people will awaken to this and see what is actually in their true potential. We are all entering into a golden age of knowledge. The golden age of mystics. There is going to be more psychics going around, more light workers, and more shadow workers. And shadow working is nothing more than working with the subconscious to deal with your own internal problems. So there is going to be shadow workers, and there's also going to be demonologists, and there's always going to be that type of crowd, because they are more of the type to deal with the amoral consciousness. But yet at the same time, there's going to be an increase of infinite knowledge, infinite growth, internal youth, eternal youth, and internal youth. And there's going to be infinite bounds. People are going to awaken to this more and more and more, while mankind slowly wakes up from its own roster, in a sense. So there is going to be potential revealed through the stars. Why do you think so many people are getting more and more interested in non-religious things? The modern religion of the world is Christianity, but why are people getting more into Wicca, goddess worship, but also Egyptian terminology, Egyptian pantheon, Egyptian mythology, Sumerian pantheon and symbology, Aztec and symbology, and all the like? Because mankind is slowly awakening to something far more important than what their daily lives are going to be. And we are shifting to where modern religion doesn't care and isn't about the mundane life. And there's going to be even another religion that's going to champion mundane life and atheistic values to co-align with more mystical values. There is something about this earth that is far more important than what religion has to say. Religion has dictated to us the truth, but what if it was just a pale imitation or reflection of such truth? And the only way to actually go out and understand truth is to go out inside of nature and understand that truth for yourself, rather than reading it from some book, some Bible that has been creeping around into society. There is no religion above truth, and this is a saying that constantly makes sense, and it will constantly continue to make sense, because there's something of value far more than what you can read inside some book or some philosophy or anything like that. And there's something more championing, that champions the self if you go out and free yourself from such limitations and find your own internal power and your own internal use, and having more to say. Because we are all just the same being, in a sense. All is technically one, but there cannot be all of one without the all of two. Everything is opposite, but yet it co-aligns into one. If you look closely at what Taoism has to say, yin and yang co-align with each other. And what Taoism has to say is that yang, or the evil, is nothing more than one object. The objectifiable object, their shadow. what they reflect from the light, what lacks light. That is nothing more than the yang. The yin itself is the light that absorbs into you. And there is just so much more potential than human beings have right now. There is an invisible realm, yes, because we are so objectified that we just want to live in a more materialistic world. But there is something far more than that. And what religious scrutiny has been saying for years is that no other realm, to confuse us into believing that no other realm exists. So there is that too. The very term itself, objectifying, means putting your own self into terms of existence. So, to objectify yourself is to create your own personality, your own persona, in a sense of the word. And there's so much more than that. There's just so much more. Because we want to believe in our own religious doctrines that we say, this doesn't exist, or the common lie that, oh, this is demonic because we don't understand it. There's just so much more to life than some doctrine, some aged doctrine of old, centuries old, that probably doesn't matter anymore. Because we are entering in a new age. That all that stuff is the old age. The new age is going to have something more. Maybe something like a new Bible. In the simplest terms, in the simplest way of seeing it, is we're going to come up with our own Bible saying that we're infinite beings and we deserve everything. And we deserve knowledge, we deserve a good life, and all that type of stuff. And we're going to see the stars and the constellations and astrology, mysticism, and stuff like that. But at the same time, we're going to have to let everything old go and enter into something new. So, yeah.